Hello everyone, welcome back to more TEW 2020. It's not 2020, TEW 9 with AEW. We're on January 8th. Yes, I am recording this on March 7th. A combination of writer's block, and also this men's division is so goddamn boring. I've been stuck on trying to book men's segments for so long, but I think I might have something. Because, like, after I finally got one segment in, a lot of things kind of just kept clicking, but we'll see how well that holds up. We start off our show with a defense of the AEW International title. We're going to say that this was booked on ROH. Kesha defeats Dustin Rhodes. Don Callis gets on the mic afterwards. He brags about how the Alpha, Konosuke Kesha, is taking in challenges from all over the world in every promotion that he can, accepting a match on ROH for tonight, and how the international title is going to remain untouched by anyone other than Takeshita, as long as he holds the belt, unifying every belt in this company as well as belts from other companies, taking every belt that isn't already held by the Don Callis family. And so Callis, he's nice. He'll ask Takeshita himself, hey, you have anyone that you want to face? Takeshita, he takes the mic, he starts talking in Japanese for a while before loudly calling out in English, Shibata, you old bitch, I will put you down. So Shibata, I didn't watch ROH in like fucking 2008 or whatever, so I don't know anything about Shibata. I just think he's some old dude, but whatever. Good ratings. He gives him something to do. I wonder if Takeshi's gonna retain. Jay Hayter is seen in a video montage talking about the punk rock prima donnas jumping her last week. She appreciates the new blood in the women's division for sure, but there's one person whose blood runs thicker than anyone else's there, and that's hers. Doesn't matter if they're going to outnumber her. Jamie is always going to outwork anyone in her path. Is that a new person like Kenzie Page, someone with fire in their guts like the Renegades, or someone with a hell of a lot of experience like either champion right now? Jamie Hayter is going to outwork them and be that number one woman in the division. Jamie Hayter, of course, going to be pretty big for the women's division. Be good. The Bullet Club, just in a pretty quick match, 6-man action, take down Hologram Commander and the debuting Michael Oku. Yeah, nothing too serious. After the match, the Bullet Club's music starts playing a little bit, and then Rush's music hits, and the leader of the La Facción Ingobernable comes out. He taunts the Bullet Club for a little bit before saying that there's always more that BCG or that LFI is capable of. With that, Juice is attacked on the outside by Lance Archer as Dralistico and Mortos slide into the ring to take out the Gun Club. Before Jay has the opportunity to respond in kind, however, the debuting Hiromu Takahashi comes in, debuting from New Japan itself. He encounters Jay, hits him with a timeout. I should have had that capitalized, technically. Roosh makes his way into the ring, condescendingly telling Jay that no matter where in the world he goes, as long as Jay has the aura of Bullet Club around him, that stench of Bullet Club, he'll be marking himself as someone that's a tryhard, someone inferior, someone trying to bring his order to a world. The ungovernable stand tall. Marketable is nice. Large penalty to charisma. I don't know too much about Hiromu, honestly, but like, I mean, look at his appearance. He's gotta be marketable and charismatic. Athena is then being interviewed backstage by Renee Paquette. Makes the announcement that the War Goddess is going to finally be making her presence in AEW fully known. Dominated through ROH for so long, now that she wants to see what it's like in what people are calling the big leagues and bring some respect to ROH's name in the process. Interview is stopped by Mina Shirakawa, who introduces her ENV stablemates. Calls Athena a paper tiger, farming through ROH while AEW has the poise, the presence, and the beauty of people like Mina and people coming in like ENV. Athena basically says, I fucking bet, and challenges any or all of the members of ENV to a match on Collision. So, I'll probably, quote unquote, book it as a ROH title match. So I'm not gonna actually make a title match because I don't think I can. The Savage Ballerinas, which is Fred Yehi and Treehouse Lee, beat the Acclaimed. Not clean, but Bones and Caster miscommunicate. There is a high spot match. Treehouse Lee weak, but still a very big win for the new tag team. They only just debuted as a tag team last week, but now we'll get some storyline in with the Savage Ballerinas at a later point. As Anthony Bones is getting ready to finish the match, Max tags himself in and gets ready to take the match for himself. To argue for a bit with Billy Gunn trying to get them to focus, and Bones eventually just gets out of the ring. He and Billy, they're having a conversation, they're chatting. Well, Max prepares his own top rope move, which he then misses, allowing Treehouse Lee to roll him up for 3. Members of the Acclaimed only notice that the Savage Ballerina, they only notice this because they assume that when they hear the ref, it's going to be Caster winning. I mean, they're former tag champs. What do they have to worry about? But then their music is not the one that plays, and Bones, he gets in the ring, he yells at Caster for a bit. Billy Gunn, eventually, he's the one that gets in between them, like, guys, stop. We need to handle this like adults. We're not on the same wavelength right now. We got to talk through this. So, setting that up for future. Okay. Jay White is then seen raging in his locker room, throwing shit all over the place. He says that while Roosh may have gotten an upper hand this time, the Bullet Club always has another bullet in the chamber. Next week on Dynamite, he wants a 5v5 match, LFI versus BCG, and LFI had best come prepared. So just a real quick thing, setting up a match for next week. Deonna Purrazzo defeats Su Yung with a Fujiwara armbar. Su Yung showed up. She wanted to be booked on the show. Figure, sure, we can give a match to someone. Von Wagner also showed up. He got a pre-show match. Not gonna sign him full time. He got a pre-show match, but Su Yung defeated by Deonna Purrazzo. Although Su Yung, very good match. Mercedes Moné is on commentary for the match, and she she's bragging about her superiority, saying that she's bragging about she's the CEO, she's in control of all things. She has 3 belts at this point, I think. I gotta really rewind back, but I think it's 3 belts. No, just the 2, just the TBS and the Nude Strong. But in that she's yelling loud enough for Su Yung and Deonna to hear in the ring, saying that they'll never be on her level. After the match, Mercedes continues to dismissively talk about the women's division until Deonna gets a mic and says how Mercedes talks a big game, and ones that got that confidence to call themselves a CEO is certainly in a place to take on any sort of hostile takeover. The verbiage is enough to kind of, and someone talking back to her is kind of enough to pique Mercedes' interest. We have her on mic to talk back, but before she can say anything, Deonna stops her, saying that she's not stupid enough to fall for any scheme that Mercedes has planned. Any sort of backup that she may have, any sort of employees, anything. Deonna has her own maestro within the ropes to come out, as that's Megan Bayne making her debut. And Mercedes, Megan Bayne for a women's division, I believe, definitely a little bit more of a physical presence. So Mercedes like, okay, now we got something. So yeah, that going through. Chris Jericho appears. Off screen works so stupidly in this game. Jericho appears in a video hyping himself as a valued member of the AEW roster, and with all the scoops and important information for every fruit under the learning tree to know. Talks about how the landscape of AEW is changing with a lot of new faces showing up, but there's always going to be one smiling face above it all. But that smiling face has a bunch of things that he wants to do, so next week there'll be 2 episodes of the learning tree, 2 very special guests. Wednesday Night Dynamite, the reigning IWGP Women's Champion Mayu Iwatani will make her debut and talk about her prospects in AEW, while on Sunday Night Collision, Ada will get to be introduced to someone in the running to be the most reliable man, one of the most beloved men in all of pro wrestling, Mustafa Ali. Mustafa's the more anglicized pronunciation. Mustafa. I'll do my best to say it as Mustafa, but MJF then defeats Ricochet with a Salt of the Earth. I forgot what I was doing with after this. At the end of the match, the Kingdom slowly begins stalking towards the ring, but MJF, he's not dumb. He's aware of their presence. Rolls out of the ring to the other side and gets ready to bolt. Did I fuck up? Alex Kane should have been in the segment. God damn, I think I fucked up. He gets ready to bolt through the crowd when Adam Cole cuts him off. MJF has nowhere left to go but into the ring, leaving him on an island surrounded by vicious members of the Kingdom. Finale makes her way out there, but she's stopped from going any further by Bennett and Taven. But as it's happening, MJF, he's got something going on. Two very oddly large audience members jump the railing and attack the two cringe members of the Kingdom. Bennett's fine, whatever. And it's revealed to be the Gates of Agony. Konami gets in the ring to protect her employer from Kyle O'Reilly, who tries to make the interception. And to start brawling, MJF then gets out of the ring, but he ends up right beside Adam Cole. Cole is ready to attack for himself, when from under the ring, the debuting Alex Kane from MLW shows up. He starts he beats down Adam Cole for a moment before nonchalantly tossing MJF a mic. MJF now on mic reiterates, he's always thinking leaps ahead of everyone else. He's not dumb enough to come to AEW without reinforcements in his employ at all times. He knows he's an asshole, he knows that he's better, he's richer, he's smarter than everyone, and everyone should know that he is, in all these ways, better than you, and you know it. Yada yada yada. We then go into commercial, where the Private Party have a tag team championship match versus the Learning Tree, where Big Bill and Brian Keith do not pick up the win. Private Party do win on here. Ends our show. 63 rating. I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. Again, I swear at some point I'll fully get out of the writer's block, and the ideal is having a stretch where I just do one episode of TV a day, get those uploaded in time, but just to catch up at least is a little behind.